Hello. It's really hot today. I'm hot. Anyway, maybe I have to start yesterday. Like last night, before I went to sleep, Veronica from Urban Gorillas, you remember, she's an architect. She texted me, and I had told her about my idea of using cities, or of like using the loudspeaker as cities in a way. And she really liked the idea. Um, and I have thought about not only using cities in Cyprus actually, but cities like international cities. And she really connected. She's very precise and concise and very thorough. And she immediately said that immediately connected to this idea. And she said that like it could be interesting to think about to which cities in the world and countries, of course, the Cyprus conflict is connected. Like she said, like um, the Swiss are the mediators, New York is looking from the top, the British are wondering if they will lose their army bases, Ankara is involved, Athens wants to remain the mother of Cyprus, and so on and so on. So, like, really, in a way, she kind of, how to say, like, embodied or like made more concrete my own thoughts, which is that everything is connected, and the Cyprus problem is not only a local problem, but actually maybe in our times there are no local problems really. Like it's interconnected worldwide, and there are so many interests of different nations involved. Yeah, and I was thinking a lot about the thing of a nation, and how much ideology basically is involved when you actually found a nation. So and also of course this thing of ownership, this thought of ownership, that you can actually own a territory, and that if you have like an idea or an ideology which then makes a nation, that this also has to materialize into or onto a territory. So I was thinking about yeah, this is interesting actually. I also found this text, which Veronica knows as well, from Yifu Tuan. He's a Chinese American writer, and he has written a book which is called The Perspective of Experience. This is one chapter in space and place, and he says that space requires a movement from place to another place, and similarly a place requires a space to be a place. So the two notions are codependent. So really, what I was then thinking, what is this buffer zone? Like this buffer zone goes from one place to another, but it's no man's land. No man's land. Like what does it mean? Is there no ideology to it? Actually, there is. I think there is all the ideology of all the countries. Like the UN is controlling it. So the UN, where does the UN take this? Its ideology from, this is basically an agreement between different states. Yeah, anyway, so I have been thinking, because I want to make sound, I need to be concrete now. So I was thinking about what sounds, I was thinking about national myths that keep the national ideology alive, and so on. And so I came to the idea that maybe I could try to use national anthems, because my mom actually, before I left for Cyprus to come here, she played me all the national items in the world while I was packing my stuff. And it's really interesting because they all sound very similar, because they actually all come from this imperialistic ideology, They sound like classical, romantic music, pieces of music. So I looked them up, just for now, like 6 of them. So the Greek one, the Turkish one. The Greek one is the Cypriot one, actually, by the way. And then the Turkish one, the Swiss one, because in Switzerland there has been most of the like negotiation talks were on Swiss ground, like in Geneva, in Zurich. Then the United States one, of course, and the English one, of course. And I've tried to like sing them, not with words, but just like na 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 na, And then in between I just said I am New York, I am Athens, I am Ankara, and so on. So this sounds something like that. So this is just like, this is just 6 cities and 6 national anthems played on 6 loudspeakers on the floor inside. So it's not really representative in ways of like acoustics, but it's basically a mashup of different of different sing-sang in a way. But then also what I try to do is I try to kind of deconstruct the anthems while I was singing. So I would just sing one phrase and then remain on like one tone or one sound, and then like kind of try to melt it into something that sounds more like crying or mourning or something like that. So, you know, because I was thinking, what happens if you, because I want to carry these loudspeakers through the buffer zone. So I was like reasoning, what happens if you carry these cities with their national ideologies attached to them, if you carry them through the no man's land, where there's supposed to be no ideology? Do they uphold, or do they actually get deconstructed? And I think that's what happens. So I think I will also use, I've just shortly tried, I will also maybe use the original like sounds. You can find them on YouTube, of course, like the recordings of the official national anthems, and you know, like you could do something like that as well. I mean, just as an idea, you know, this is basically this is the UK anthem, and just this is cut into small bits and then randomly put them together in a different order. So it's also a way of deconstructing the thing, you know. So I'm thinking maybe this could be an idea, really, to have to have these different cities and their ideology, as I said, but then somehow take it down by means of pushing them through the buffer zone, which is supposed to be no man's land, to like that somehow deconstruct them. Maybe during the performance the sound could change as well, you know, like for now they're just looping, but it could well be that they actually transform during the performance and maybe go away from the original soundtrack. Yeah, I'm hot today. I'm really hot. Yeah, I think that's it for now. I feel a bit better because it's good to actually, you know, do something. I need to do something practically. I need to like put all the thoughts and everything into practice. You know, you remember doing, thinking, and making. Bye.